Magnesium breakthrough, complete review, more information video description link below this video. What everyone ought to know about the damaging effects of stress and the power mineral experts say protects you. Do you feel stressed? Perhaps you're feeling anxious, worried, or frazzled, day in and day out. Is it hard to think clearly? Do you struggle with brain fog, have trouble focusing, and feel as if you can't get anything done? If this sounds familiar, you'll want to pay close attention to what I have to say next. So we get stuck in a cycle of feeling stressed, losing more of this nutrient, reacting even more to stress, losing more again, and so on. It's a vicious cycle. This isn't a theory. Chronic deficiency of this nutrient is a bona fide epidemic. Studies show a direct correlation between deficiency and levels of anxiety and stress, too. I'm talking about the lack of a vital nutrient so critical. It's used by your body in over 600 chemical reactions. It's also one of 7 essential macrominerals that must be consumed daily in large amounts, yet it's estimated that more than 60% of Americans are deficient. Why? Because the soil levels of this health-boosting mineral are lower than they've ever been. Plus, chemicals in our water supply make what little amounts we do get less available. Add in the daily use of sugar and caffeine, which also depletes this mineral, and it's no wonder most of us are lacking. And if that wasn't bad enough, high levels of stress further deplete your supply. Bottom line, low levels of this mineral can wipe you out, and even if you do your best to maintain a healthy lifestyle, it can still happen to you. It does not discriminate. It can rob years of quality from your life and steal away your productivity. Imagine being stuck on a mental hamster wheel for the rest of your life, never really getting anything done, always stressed, always feeling overwhelmed, and your best thinking clouded behind a sea of thick, dense fog. Well, that's exactly what can and will happen if you don't get this deficiency under control. So make sure you read this entire report all the way to the end, because in the next few minutes I'll reveal exactly what this mineral is, the 7 different forms this mineral comes in. You need all 7. And a simple solution that delivers the highest quality and the purest forms of each. I'll explain what this simple solution is in just a little bit, but before I do, I wanted to tell you a little about myself. My name is Wade Lightheart, and about 2 years ago, I had what can only be described as a complete mental meltdown. I was in bad shape. I remember like it was yesterday. I was sitting down with my Bioptimizer's co-founder, Matt Gallant. I looked him straight in the eyes and said, "Matt, I'm about to lose my SH." That night, I found myself over at Matt's house, hooked up to a medical-grade brain scanning device, and what it revealed to me was truly shocking. It showed that I had only about 25% of the brain electricity of a 75-year-old man. Read that line again. It wasn't 25% of a guy my age. Nope, it was 25% of a 75-year-old man. No wonder I felt so lousy. And this mental meltdown was making me edgy, irritated, and more prone to losing my temper. It was killing my closest relationships and robbing me of connection. My libido was like a 75-year-old man too, and it was also eliminating my drive and business motivation. I knew that if I didn't get my stress fixed, my life was about to be totally destroyed. Thankfully, Matt had a plan. "Don't worry, I have the answer to get you fixed up. I just did it for the last 2 months, and it's been one of the most powerful health-improving things I've ever done," he said. "It's dramatically improved my mood. I feel a sense of calm that I've never felt in my life, and it's repaired my nervous system. I've gone from not being able to drink coffee because I would feel frazzled to being able to drink it daily if I want." The answer Matt was talking about is the critical mineral I mentioned earlier. I have no doubt that you've heard of this amazing nutrient. You may even be aware of some of the benefits, but hearing about it isn't the same as experiencing its magical effects. In fact, 9 out of 10 people who take this game-changing nutrient don't really notice much change, and that's because of what you're about to discover. Stress kills. In fact, if you had to pick one thing that put your health and life at risk for more than anything else, it would definitely be stress, according to the American Psychological Association. Chronic stress is linked to the 6 leading causes of death. Stress has been implicated in heart issues, inflammation, obesity, mental illness, and more. Most people think of stress as caused by things like work, traffic, tense relationships, and they focus on solutions like meditation, going to the spa, and so on. But what if the root of so much stress we experience comes down to deficiency of this one overlooked nutrient? It's true, and you're about to see dozens of studies that prove this. Even if you eat or take this nutrient, you're almost certainly still deficient. Fact: over 80% of Americans are deficient in this nutrient. Most of the soil in the United States is lacking it, and over 99% are lacking the optimal dose, since this nutrient is responsible for 300 to 600 different biochemical reactions in the body, including metabolism. When your levels are low, you struggle with sleep, energy, metabolism, pain and more. Worst of all, this deficiency has a very toxic relationship with stress. According to Drive, Leopold Galland MD, stress increases the amount of this nutrient we lose from our body and urine, leading to a dangerous deficiency. 1. In turn, that deficiency worsens our response to stress. So we get stuck in a cycle of feeling stressed, losing more of this nutrient, reacting even more to stress, losing more again, and so on. It's a vicious cycle. This isn't a theory. Chronic deficiency of this nutrient is a bona fide epidemic. Studies show a direct correlation between deficiency and levels of anxiety and stress. 2. And stress ruins nearly every aspect of your health, in part because it increases stress hormones like cortisol. In fact, a Yale study found that stress can cause abdominal fat in otherwise slender women. 3. According to the Mayo Clinic, the long-term activation of the stress response system and chronic overexposure to cortisol and other stress hormones can disrupt almost all your body's processes. 4. This puts you at increased risk of numerous health problems, including anxiety, depression, digestive problems, headaches, heart disease, sleep problems, weight gain, memory and concentration impairment, and so much more. More information, video description link below this video.